Okay, so I've been away for a while, and actually, hold on, let me put on my nose gate again because noise gates are nice. um, also turn that down as well so you hear less of the background noise. Okay, right, we're better, clearer, crisper sounds, right? But hi, name's Bailey. I am a content creator. And I say content creator just because I do that thing that most content creators do where they like will start something and then they like don't keep going. Real content creator probably keeps going. I don't do that. I mean, I've made content before, but is it out there? No. Most of the content I have is saved on a drive that could probably be corrupted tomorrow and I'll never be able to see again. That is a sad thing to think about. Anyways, because it's happened to me before. I've moved quite a lot throughout my life, and there was this one drive that I made. I think it was like 16, 17 age range, and I had a bunch of like little random video ideas on it. They weren't fully done, but they were just ideas. Whenever I had an idea, I'd record myself talking about the idea, and then I had an entire like little drive on it. Um, it was one of those like USB drives, right? And the whole thing got corrupted, and I wasn't able to access any of it ever again. It was terrible. But yeah, so I'm hoping that never happens. But me and speaking that into the universe probably wasn't a very good idea. So whatever. Anyways, um, content creator. Right now or at least this August, I was supposed to do an entire event where I stream every single day and I record every single day. That did not happen, right? I did that for the first 14 days of August, and then I was like, I'm overwhelmed. And I don't have the bandwidth to push through it, which is bad. When you're overwhelmed, you should probably think of three tiny actionable things that you can do, and then pick one and do that thing. And if you can keep going, keep doing those tiny things until you are able to overcome your overwhelm. But that's not something that I was thinking about doing at the time. I was just in this state of like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Why do I not like this? This is exactly what I want to be doing, but right, how it's being done is just not how I like it. Um, and that doesn't mean that I don't want to be a content creator anymore. I definitely do. I just now know that putting out slop and filth and disgustingness and not actually thinking about the purpose of why that thing is going out there and it's not just to fulfill a quota, it makes me realize I just don't like that sort of thing. I'm a lot more detail oriented and intentional, and I hated kind of losing that intention as time went on. And then by the end of the month, I probably would have hated literally every single thing that came out that month. So I wasn't going to do that to myself. I decided against it. Um, the month thing was also supposed to help with a charity, a cause that I really believe in, and all of the friends I really have, they don't really have the money to support that sort of stuff. Um, I did have a few people who ended up helping me out and supporting, which was amazing, and I love those people, great people. Um, I didn't have enough for a payout, obviously, because it's not the end of the month, and I didn't end up streaming a lot. Um, so didn't have enough for payout, but I didn't end up putting my own 100 into the thing. So we reached the goal. By we, I mean I. I reached the goal. And when I am able to get my payout from Twitch for the last 2-3 months, maybe September into October area, I'm thinking is kind of the course it's going. I'll probably be able to take that payout of the 4 months and put that into the thing, which I'm excited about, and that'll be fun. Let's see here. What else about that event happened? Um, at the time for that event, I actually had my website open. It is now closed again. Um, I want to, make it better. I want to make the website better right now. It's just a unfinished mess and it needs to be finished at some point. So I'll be working on that on the side. Currently, right now, I am like, content killed me. The bad content killed me. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to do to make content better. Like I know how to, but I don't know what I want to do. And at first I was like, just follow the grain. And I'm like, I don't love playing games. I'm not a gamer. I've never considered myself a gamer. I might like games every once in a while, but I don't consider myself a gamer. It's not something I want to do for the rest of my content for the rest of my life. Um, I like reacting to things. I like watching things. I'm such a big YouTube watcher, right? I watch a lot of people play games. Um, I watch a lot of uh, cinematic stuff that people are making on YouTube, that sort of thing. Um, but I don't want to like take other people's content, and so I'm kind of like, and then I think about like reacting to movies and stuff because I like watching those people do those things, and it's like, do I want to deal with the copyright strife? Not really. Not really, not necessarily. Um, and then, of course, I also had the idea last year of doing the like show sort of thing where I take that reaction content of YouTubers and make it into um like a whole thing. And I think I want to redevelop that into be like not just the content of those people, maybe looking a bit more into the lore of who they are, and maybe if they're a VTuber, the lore of their character. Um, because then I can tie in the fact that I'm a writer into that content. So I'm kind of like, I think I have a basis for the idea, but I still need to start, right? And a big reason why I'm really bad at starting these specific YouTube ventures is because I have to edit my own shit. I don't want to, which is bad. When like I should be willing to do, but I'm not willing to do that, which is, and I'm a bad person for that. Let's see here. So I mean, that's on my mind. That's I think a good way I want to kind of bring things forward. I do still want to do game content. I just don't think it'll be as often as I do the whole reaction stuff because I know that I can get that video out within a week, and I know I can be fairly consistent with those, especially if I make the presentations beforehand and then like I make the entirety of my presentations, like batch them all together and then do that. I don't think I'll be able to be consistent in the whole I get a video out every single week. I definitely think it'll be I have a series, it comes out every single week, and then I take some time to prep for the next series and then that sort of thing. But I feel kind of bad about, and it definitely doesn't help because the algorithm is a bitch to people who do stuff like that and take breaks like that. So I'm sorry. But I think that might be the goal for my main channel at least. Which I'm really excited about. I can't wait to do that. That'll be fun. But right now I was like, I kind of want to take a break from feeling like a bad creator and start working on something more creative. And I've been working on a written universe I have. It's basically world building but bigger. Um, and I'm really excited about it. I just finished one of the modules for it. I'm making a compendium, which is basically like an encyclopedia of how the universe that I'm writing works. And all of the books that I have ideas for will be a part of that universe. All of the OCs I have are a part of that universe, that sort of thing. And I'm really excited to write them and stuff like that. But I wanted to make the universe first because the universe is what I'm writing these stories for. The idea is to make the universe first and then write the stories that tell people about the universe and kind of give them an introduction to the universe. And then what will happen from there is hopefully I'll have people who would want to pop into the universe and to make their own stories in the universe, make their own characters in the universe, their own species in the universe. And my lifelong goal is for the universe that I have written to be a licensable thing that I can share with people and be able to have those creators and creatives and do their thing inside the universe. At least that's the big goal. And it is huge. It's a huge goal, especially since the amount of detail I'm putting into this is a little insane. I feel very like J.R. Tolkien right now. So I have a feeling this probably won't be done for another like I want to say like 2-3 years, maybe longer than that, which is ooh, it's a long project, but I'm excited about it nonetheless. Um, so yeah, I think it was 2 days ago I finished the death module, which basically just explains the process of death and how it works. Um, and then I've got a kind of magic module that I'll be working on. It's not going to be called that because the in the universe magic isn't called magic, it's called Isitena. But I'll explain that in the modules and stuff. Um, I don't know. I want to make content on it, but I'm not sure it's worth seeing unfinished yet, which is dumb because you're supposed to kind of, show the unfinished stuff and the process behind getting to that point. But I don't know what exactly to tell you about. I don't know what you want to hear. I was thinking about doing like a reading of that, or maybe making a script for teaching you about the death module, kind of like a educational class almost. But it'd be entertainment. It'd be entertainment. Um, but it'd be educational entertainment about my little world. I don't know if that's really something people want to see though, so I'm kind of like, maybe I don't. um, but I mean, I could, and uh, whenever I finish a module, maybe that's kind of what I'll do is I'll try to make some content from the module that I worked on. Um, might take a long time for me to get those videos out there too, so like it's like a once a month sort of thing. But I'm really excited about it, and I would love to share it with people. I just don't really have an audience to share it with, so I'm a little like I don't know if anyone's gonna want to see these. But it might be good to just share anyways, just so I could document the process and stuff like that. So I'll try to do that. Um, maybe I'll make videos just reading what I wrote in those modules and then kind of explaining a little bit about it, like taking like one part of the module and being like, okay, I'm going to read this, and I'm going to kind of explain it to you a little bit more. And then obviously I can make that into its own little series, and it could be unfiltered and not really edited, and I can post it here. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Or I could make a script and actually try to edit something, but that will take a lot longer and I won't be able to post as often. And I feel really bad not posting. Okay, but yeah, that's currently what I'm working on. I will say I have ADHD and autism, and something that's been really helping me is to take all of the ideas I have in my head and put them into artificial intelligence. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's bad. I know. I'm sorry. But basically, what I have artificial intelligence do is just keep it stored there. So I can be like, what from like this specific thing, what have I told you that relates to this? Um, and with the module that I've made, I basically took everything that I wanted death to be, and I inputted it into artificial intelligence. And then I was like, hey, sort through everything that I just said and organize it so that it actually makes sense. And that's how the death module started coming to be. And then I just rewrote the whole thing. So I feel bad saying that. I'm not trying to steal anyone's idea, right? I'm not, these are all from me. I literally tell AI specifically not to outsource anything. There should be no other external sources except for myself. Um, and so I don't know. It I makes me feel bad to do it. At the same time, it's like I would not get this done as quickly as I'd like it to be done without it. And I don't necessarily have the help of a human, so I'm asking a robot. And I'm really sorry. I don't know, maybe that's really a little bit controversial. Um, but yeah, you just have to trust that the ideas are mine and that they're not taken or stolen. And I know that's really hard to believe. Um, so yeah, and it was, I don't know, it's really hard for me to put this in the video and be like, should I be saying this right now? I just wanted to be honest, right? I just wanted to be honest. I do in fact use AI to help me restructure all of my ideas so that they make sense to other people and they're not just a blob of brainstormy bullshit. And you know, I should be learning to sort it all myself, but it would take a lot longer, and I'm an impatient Aries person, so that's not happening. But yeah, that's that's what I wanted to tell you about, and I'd love to know if you want to know more about it. Like I said, if I had a person I could take all of my ideas to and have them help me put them all in a working order, I definitely would. But that costs money. Okay, that the type of person costs a lot of fucking money. I don't have that. I don't have that money. So I'm just saying, like, I can't really do that right now. Not in good faith, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's kind of everything. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to tell you. And I hope that you find, I don't know, the idea of it interesting. Maybe you want to learn more about it. Maybe you think that I'm a bad person. Let me know all of it in the comment section below. I don't really care about the whole subscribers and likes thing. I like comments. I like to know what people think. I like opinions. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go now. I've been talking for a little too long, and I'm like scared. I'm like scared now. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video. Um, uh, yeah, if you see this, comment the sparkle emoji. It's one of my favorite emojis. Because why not? You know? And with that, I'm gonna go.